scene for.
Welcome back to season 2 of the BroBryceGardens channel. I know I haven't seen you guys in a while, ever since last year when we talked about the vinegar Roundup alternative and the worry-free weed control. But today I am with a very special guest. Actually, I'm a guest over at his house, James Barnum, and he's offered to tell us a little bit about his gardening today. So what do we have here?
These are beets. They actually didn't die off in the wintertime, so.
Looks like you got a raised bed here. And what'd you make the raised bed out of?
This has all been, either donated wood from deconstruction or from our house as we still have a little slug there. Wood that we've reclaimed somehow. So we didn't buy any new wood, but we.
So yeah, this is like maybe 5 by 7, perhaps.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's about 2.5 feet off the ground. It's like a foot into the ground, right?
It's dug down also in the inside, yeah, so it's about a foot down, and
And so one of the things we were just talking about is that the beets here seem to be getting eaten alive a little bit, right?
They are definitely getting holy here. Holy beets.
And
Jesus substitute.
Yeah, so we were looking in here and we found a few slugs. And one of the things that I was talking about was a product that I found a few years ago. Normal slug bait is really bad to have in your garden, especially if you have pets, because kids and dogs will pick it up and think that it's a snack or it's a food or something. And so I found this worry-free slug and snail bait that works really well, and you don't have to worry about, it's non-toxic for your pets and it's not going to hurt anybody. And so I started using that, and it seemed to be very effective in keeping the slugs off of my stuff. And then I noticed that Rick Van Man, he was talking about he had slugs coming up the sides of his beds and up the sides of his pots. And so what he would do is he'd lift up the pots and he'd lift up the beds and he'd put salt underneath, and that way the slugs were going down and they go sleepy by down underneath the pots, and then they would come up in the daytime and or actually no, they would come up in the nighttime and eat out of the pots, and then they would go underneath and sleep underneath in the daytime and nest under there. And here it seems they're nesting around the edges of the bed, and not so much down the sides or underneath, but mostly around the edges of the bed. So you would apply some of the worry-free bait stuff just around the edges, and you don't even need much, but you see, it gets eaten up, and then you replace it, and that's pretty much it. But it's kind of ideal for organic gardening purposes. And
what's it called again?
It's called a worry-free slug and snail bait, and you don't have to stress out about it. But so in here we have some beets, and what is this? What is this one over here?
This is a great herb called, in Romanian it's called leoștan, and it's called, I believe the American name is Lovage.
Lovage?
It's great. A gal told me that she was using some of this, that I had given her some starts for ranch dressing.
Yeah?
And she was loving it. And it came up pretty early, It's just early spring here. It's flourishing right now. It's great for chicken soup as well.
Did you have to plant this one this year?
No, it comes back.
It comes back every year.
Back,
did the beets come back, or?
The beets just didn't die in the winter, which was awesome. We had a pretty mild winter, so these are from last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Now look at this blue rock. I want to show this.
All right.
Tiny little flat rock. It's really cool.
Flat rock.
It's orange, red orange.
That's pretty cool. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you next week when we're going to talk about trellises.